Okay, so again, we're talking about Wayne Thiebaud, 99 years old, living in California, classified as an American pop artist. His birthday is coming up on November 15th. And this is just myself videotaping myself going through the process of watercoloring. Um, and I'm doing my spooky pie. And things that I want you friends to consider is the value, trying to make some spots lighter and some spots a little darker, um, just to understand the shade. So I just added some black to some green on the opposite side of my watercolor palette just to make it a little bit darker on the far side, getting that shade. Remember, tint is adding white to a hue, which hue is a fancy word for color, right? Any color on the color wheel is a hue. And then tone, you can just mix some gray if you want some medium value. Anyway, I am taking my time. I will have some small brushes available because I noticed that our regular watercolor paintbrushes weren't going to get into those tiny little spots that I had, and I'm sure some of you friends need some tiny brushes as well. Please take your time and make sure that you reference your sketchbook for any colors that you maybe forgot that you wanted to do, because in my sketchbook I said I wanted black frosting dripping on the side and underneath my pie, and I later chose it differently and I switched it around with the green and the black. Remember, keep these appropriate. I know some of you guys want to add some blood into some of your spooky ones if you did a spooky one like me, but please be appropriate. Do not go crazy over it. Otherwise, we might have to start over, and I'm serious. So, let's not do that. Anyway, I added some black to my red, again, to make it a little bit darker on the back side of my table. And I'm really hoping everyone watercolors every part of their paper. I'm even going to do the wall in the back as well soon, you'll see. And I don't want you to use so much water to soak your paper, because I was noticing when I was adding a lot of water that my paper was getting a little soggy, and it can make holes and tear your paper. So if you need to add more color on top, let it dry and then come back to it later. Okay, we don't want to get too much water in one spot. All right, so this is my spooky pie. I had super fun making this, and I hope that you guys have fun with yours. Also, I just cleaned off my paint, my white one, with a paper towel. You can always take a paper towel and rub your thumb in it to erase any color. If your yellow is dirty, or your white or any of your light colors are dirty, you can always take a paper towel and kind of rub it out with a wet paper towel. You can always wash the other side of your paint palette to make it a clean palette to mix those dark values or light tints. So there you go. Sign your name in the bottom right corner.